And the Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through the... Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Bol is out there with Jokic. Then there's Monte Morris. Then there's Gordon. And it's Porter in at the 2. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Norman Powell. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Lillard in at the point guard.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. He didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
Now Morris after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Nurkic against Jokic. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Nurkic. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Lillard from outside. Jokic grabs the miss.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Fires the 3. He can't get that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. Jones the pass to Powell. Jones with it. Now guarded by Porter. Now here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
The Nuggets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now, here's Bol. Defense is right there. Gordon finds Porter. 6 to shoot. Bol the pass to Porter. Rebound by Nurkic.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Stolen by Gordon. Pass to Bol. From past the arc. The putback. It's good on the putback.
The towering presence that is Bol. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Now, here's Lillard. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And Lillard throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And there it is for him. Jokic has got his second basket of the game. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now, here's Porter. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The shot's good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Simons. And here's McCollum for 3. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Gordon penetrating. A second chance effort. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, it was a bumpy start to his career for Michael Porter. I mean, this guy had his entire rookie season taken away because of back surgery and had a big mountain to climb just to get back out on the court. But, you know, to his credit, he made the climb.
We've got 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. The 3 from McCollum. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Now Porter on deep. And Cantor pulls it down. And here's Anthony for 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that does it for the first quarter. Denver on top, up 5. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still...
I don't fear nobody. And, you know...
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Denver.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, Anthony is out there with Jones. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Savvy move to pull up from 3-point range on the break there. When you can shoot it like he can, if you've got it, take it.
And, guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Here's Millsap following the basket by C.J. McCollum. They kick it out to Green. Passes it to Harrison. He feeds it to McGee. Stolen by Cantor. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now here's Rivers. Millsap with it. Now Covington defending. The offensive rebound. The pass to Harrison. And McGee kicks to Harrison. Back to McGee. Tries again. Pass to Najee. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Najee's got his first bucket in this one.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
High post, Nurkic. Lillard from outside. No good, shot missing. And Denver the other way now. Harrison passes to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
It's Covington on the wing. Lillard fires away from way outside. Portland no good that time either.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Trailblazers trail by 10. And then Lillard slams it in.
Oh, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The Trailblazers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Count the basket.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Rivers passes to Millsap. From the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Millsap's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Pass to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Now here's Rivers. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's McGee, and he banks in the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Passes it to McCollum. Powell kicks to McCollum. Lillard outside. A 3-ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 12 in the game.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
The pass to Harrison. Rivers looking over the floor. And the layup falls.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Lillard way outside. Can't connect from long distance. And so it's the Denver Nuggets in the draw. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. And one of the strengths of this Denver team is their depth. Shaq, it's been that way for a while.
Yeah, their front office drafts it very well. Listen, they're not afraid to.
And
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. They've got Porter, Gordon out there at Bowl. Then there's Monte Morris, and it's Jokic in at center.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Porter passes to Jokic. Count that one. Jokic has got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
The tray, and that's good. Damian Lillard for 3. Lillard's got 15 points.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep 3.
Morris dishes to Porter. For the 3. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Jones the best to Nurkic. That's a 2 from Lillard. And it's Denver with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season, the Blazers were beset by injuries, and they fell short of their goals. Their star, Damian Lillard, said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way, so that they know my character is true. Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And Gordon using his cat-like quickness there to disrupt the passing lanes, leading to the transition hoop.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion. Boy, it is really valuable to have a big guy that can stroke it from deep. Jokic is very good at recognizing when to pull the trigger.
Powell for three. The shot misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Gordon finds Porter. There's the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Porter's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Simons. Lets it go with the three. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. And Denver with a change here too. Bowles checked in. Morris with the ball. He has 5. No good from outside. Inside, here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time, rising up for the dunk.
Morris outside, kicks it to Porter. And another miss by Denver.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
McCollum, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. McCollum's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Trailblazers. Pass to Bowles. Gordon deciding where to go with it. And there's Porter on the assist by Gordon. Porter's got 9.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Anthony for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits at. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Back to Millsap. That 3 off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 13. Anthony drives in. Millsap grabs the miss. The feed now to McGee. Outside for Millsap. Back to McGee. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's the three. Millsap inside. Covington's there. McGee's shot is off. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, the Trailblazers rebound, and Covington stays with it.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive.
And here's Millsap from the arc. Unable to get that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Denver on the floor. And here is Morris. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Gordon for three. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. Trailblazers trail by 11. A three from McCollum. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Pass to Morris. From deep. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job at the box out.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that go into rebounding, guys. You need strength, you need positioning, but I think timing and a nose for the ball most important. And I think you're right. That's what got him that call, his physicality and strength.
And Jokic slams it in.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
Lillard looking around. Over Morris. Portland no good that time either.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what. He's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Count it.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Nailed from three-point land.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Morris passes to Jokic. Lets it go from deep. That one no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Lillard outside. From deep. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Nuggets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was from Michael Porter.
He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Porter with a block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. So Portland ends up going with the new group.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Passes to Najee. Campazzo misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Launches it. That shot missing. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. This was David. Thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Porzingis, Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney-Smith in at small forward. And for Portland, Jones is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Lillard with no one around. The long distance three is barreled. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent. Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Here's Powell after Luka Doncic's bucket. Three-pointer, and that's good. Damian Lillard for three. Lillard's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Portland. Doncic with it. Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. To the paint. It's deflected. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kanter. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. 4 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Portland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Back to Lillard. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Lillard throws it down.
It's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 4-point game. Here's Richardson. Pass to Doncic over Jones. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Jones. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. It's Powell on the wing. McCollum dishes to Lillard. To the middle. 2 free throws coming up, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
McCollum. Here's Kanter. Another shot, and he lays it up and in.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Kanter has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Portland making a change here. Giles is checked in. Now here's Hardaway. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
McCollum outside. 1:05 left to play here in the first. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. Now here's Burke. Pass to Melly. Dishes to Cauley Stein. Out to the right wing. Brunson, no good. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Simons. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Dallas. This is his first chance at the line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got 28 seconds left in the first. From 7. And that one hits back iron.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
That one drops for him.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
And here is Burke. No points in the game yet for him. With 4 seconds on the clock. 1 second left. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Yeah.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 6. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Al Richardson. Doncic left side. 5 to shoot.
Well, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard surveying the D. Jones the pass to Cannon. Lillard with it. 10 points for him. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. Outside, Porzingis. There's the 3. No good that time. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And he makes both free throws. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
And once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
Doncic feeling it out. Here's Marjanovic out to Doncic. Right side, Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Over Jones. And it's Doncic missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Now he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Powell, that's good.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Cullen passes to Simons. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Down low, Porzingis with the steal. Here's Redick. And the layup is good. Redick's got it back down to within single digits for the Mavs.
Not just a shooter, Redick can also get inside, effective at exploiting holes in the defense.
It's McCollum on the wing. There's 57 seconds left in the second quarter. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
He's an excellent penetrator. I mean, as soon as McCollum sees a lane, he's all over it.
Here's Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the pass to Porzingis. Powell with it. Tries it from the top of the key. Portland grabs the miss. Giles has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Simon. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Now here's Brunson. Passes it to Porzingis. Nice fake with the layup off the mark. And thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They are leading by 12. And that does it for our...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard. Powell is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the 2.
Lillard's so focused, even from way outside. He knows he can still make these shots.
Lillard comes with the double team. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Pass to Marjanovic. Rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 15. Moving it up. And the dunk by Powell.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
To the inside, Nurkic with the steal. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
And once Lillard gets going, it's fun to watch. I mean, he attacks with such ferocity.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Lillard attacking. He kicks it to Nurkic. Portland needs to get off a shot. Foul. That's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And here is Doncic. He's got 8. Left side, Porzingis. Trailblazers leading by 19 points. Over to the left wing. Richardson against Lillard. Over Richardson. Lillard misses.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Dallas also making some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Dallas making a switch here. Nelly is checked in for Powell. Hardaway comes in for J.J. Redick. Burke, he's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Mavericks trail by 19. And now we've got the intentional foul. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. The pass to Covington. Anthony kicks to Covington. Portland moving the ball around. Simons surveying the D. 6 on the shot clock. Cullen passes to Carmelo. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
We're just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Mavericks trail by 17. Brunson finds Burke. Back to Brunson. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. .121 left to play here in the third. Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein.
And really, that's why you don't want to go up into the air without a plan. Had no option of what to do with the ball.
Trailblazers leading by 17. Passes it to Simons. McCollum against Brunson. McCollum outside. Lets it go from deep. Good on the three-point shot. McCollum's got 7.
Well, he's a volume three-point shooter. McCollum looks to take this shot often for this very reason.
Pass to Hardaway. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Anthony. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And how about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
Powell, he's checked in for Harry Giles. And then for Dallas, Dwight Powell's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Porzingis comes in for Nicolo Melli. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Mavericks trail by 18. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Powell.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Simons. Burke covering. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Inside. Here's Covington. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Cool under pressure. Covington is good at keeping his composure when the shot clock is running low.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Marjanovic. Doncic out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
Lillard has a scorer's mentality. He's tremendous at going strong and earning a trip to the line.
Shooting from Portland, Damian Lillard.
And he knocks down the first one for the Trailblazers. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Robert Covington. And Enes Kanter subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. Mavericks trail by 20. Now Richardson. Doncic outside. It's Richardson on the wing. Covered by Lillard. McCollum against Doncic. Basket counts.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. From downtown, it's stolen by Marjanovic. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dallas.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Lillard outside. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. For the 3. Mavericks with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. Outside Hardaway. To the paint. Stolen by Kanter. There's the lob to Lillard. Deflects the pass. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Jones checked in for McCollum. Doncic with it. Pass to Porzingis. Doncic with it. Jones covering, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
I just think what the score would be if it weren't for him. I mean, he's been amazing, but a one-man show isn't going to get you a win in the league.
Outside, Jones. Kicks it to Powell. Here's Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Good.
Pressure doesn't get you, Lillard. And in fact, I mean, you could argue these situations bring out the best in him.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Richardson outside. Outside, Porzingis shoots over Nurkic. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Kristaps Porzingis. Now here's Lillard. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. And another turnover here by Portland. Marjanovic checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Mavericks trail by 12. And here is Doncic. Out to Porzingis. Over Cantor. Porzingis can't hit. Portland's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Lillard against Doncic. Lillard outside. Cantor trying to free himself up. They grabbed their own miss.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Trailblazers.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Lillard.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring. That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Fires the three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Doncic outside. And he comes up with the deuce.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Now Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. He kicks it to Powell. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Mavericks ball. Substitute.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Soaring high above the Willamette River towards our location tonight in downtown Portland. Well, hey, Dave.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar.
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Kennard is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the center. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Beverley finds Zubac. Outside Leonard. Clock at 6. Shoots the 3. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. Zubac, that's good.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession. Finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Now, here's Lillard. From deep three-point range. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Good on the shot.
This is the thing about Kanter. He has the size to muscle through contact and the good touch to boot.
Beverley with the ball. From deep. Rebounded by Covington. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Robert Covington picks one up.
Such a difficult guy to keep up with and also have a conversation with. Leonard, sometimes all you can do is foul him.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's McCollum. Lillard outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Just more and more complete appreciation for how complete the offensive game of Damian Lillard is.
This is his first free throw of the game. And Portland making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Leonard. Takes a 3. And the Clippers miss again.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell's checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And then for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in for Kennard. And Portland has possession. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. And here is Powell over George. They get it back. And that one is off. A minute 42 left in the first quarter. Here's Leonard, and the layup's good off the glass. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And Portland has possession. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. And there's the pass to Giles. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now, here is George. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shoots over Powell, and it's off the back rim. No good. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 1.
Just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Leonard looking around. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And you know he's so good coming off the pick and roll, but what do you have to take away? There's so many ways Leonard can hurt you offensively.
Anthony on the wing. Passes it to Jones. To the wing on the left. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all... Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants...
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Batum. Also DeMarcus Cousins out there. Jackson is out there with Morris. And it's Mann in at the 2 spot. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Here's Mann. And he can't bank that one in. Portland leading.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end, like he's shown, it's going to help out the team. But he's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Clippers trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Morris passes to Beverly. Out to Morris. Covington with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Here's Cantor. And he uses the glass on the layup. Cantor's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Here's Morris, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Enes Kanter.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portland. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Portland leading by 6. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. Down low. Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Takes the three, and that's good. Reggie Jackson for three. Jackson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jackson against Lillard. Back to McCollum. Pass to Cantor. Over Kennard. And the rejection by Zubac. Jackson deciding where to go with it. The quick look, no good that time. For Portland, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And the basket by McCollum.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Jackson against McCollum. Out to Morris. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Jackson misses.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Here's McCollum. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. 9-point game. Zubac trying to break loose. Jackson, that's good. Jackson's got 5 now.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Lillard against Jackson. They get it again. Moves back up. Cantor kicks to Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Over Jackson. And it's Lillard missing.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And here's George for 3. It's not going to go for him. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Powell, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to Kennard. Intercepted. Here's the break. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 4 this quarter.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And so it's Portland. Their lead at 11. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game. And that.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You pick up Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those 2 guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
And go figure is right. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Hollis Jefferson. And it's Nurkic in its center. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Stolen by McCollum. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Another shot. Outside Covington. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Kennard finds Beverly. Stolen. And now Covington running the floor all by himself. And the shot is good. Covington's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Okay, Good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. The pass to Leonard. Zubac. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
McCollum outside. Lillard outside. Makes it off the glass. Lillard's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Outside Leonard. Count it. 11 points in the game.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard, who just stays with it and is unshaken.
Out left to the wing. Lillard outside. And here's McCollum for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
I just feel like Patrick Beverly has incredible awareness for every second that he plays on the floor. Spots the wide open man, gets it to him.
Lillard on top, defended by Beverly, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And then for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubac, and it's Batum in for Luke Kennard.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
1:49 left in the third. In the corner, Powell with it. 6 on the shot clock. Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Melo showing that he's still got it down there. Gets enough space to get up and get to the rim.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here is Los Angeles now. And Batum kicks to Rondo. Leonard on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive. Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Outside Rondo to the middle. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. And then for the Clippers, Morris is checked in for Leonard. Paul George comes in for Patrick Beverly. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. An even 3-on-3 break. Powell, no one around him. Knocked away. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. With 1 on the clock. And the miss. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Batuma's out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Mann in at the 2-guard spot. Now, here's George. Shoots over Powell. And good. You got the English that time as it falls.
His range goes out a lot further, but didn't need to on that possession.
Here's Simons. It's Powell on the wing. Now Jones. Pass to Simons. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why have you settled for the layup when you can...
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Outside, Covington. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. McCollum with the ball. Lillard outside. From deep three-point range. But they get it back. Nurkic the pass to McCollum. Now here's Covington. Covered by Morris. Lillard from deep three-point land.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Stolen by Kansas. And here's Nurkic. He feeds it to Covington. Inside, Lillard the pass to Cantor. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. George finds Morris. McCollum against George. Los Angeles with another miss.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
This will blow. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
At 7 feet tall, Nurkic, not easy to get around. That time throws that one away.
And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Nurkic. And the Trailblazers lead by 21. The Clippers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. From deep, George. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. The Trey. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And Los Angeles with some changes. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Beverley. And the Clippers miss again. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 13-4 run. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And a deep three from Lillard. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. LA's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Trailblazers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Lillard.
He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Hits it from three-point range.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Kennard with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And here's Leonard from three. Los Angeles with another miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Lillard fires away from way outside. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Kennard on the wing. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
12 seconds left in the fourth. And again, no good by the Clippers. Now, here's Lillard from deep. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on.
And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived at the arena. A lot of thought put into those outfits. Nestled them. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. And for Denver, they've got Morris. Jokic is out there with Bol. Then it's Porter. And it's Gordon in at the 3.
Need more of this from Jokic. When he's active on defense, he's a capable shot blocker.
And here's Morris for 3. Denver keeping it going. A new 14-second clock. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And again, Denver no good.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. And yes, it's good.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Lillard fires away from way outside. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. A 3 from Morris. No good on that one. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Porter. To the inside. Bol, that's good.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Lillard way outside. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
There's the pass to Little. Out to the wing. Here's Simon. No good with the triple. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. They trail by 1. Millsap misses. Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
Gordon, the pass to Porter. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Here's Simons. Down low, takes it from 10. And it's Giles missing.
Even in close to the hoop. That's a tough one to drain when the defense is that stifling.
Now here's Millsap. D right on him. Porter, no luck.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Harrison kicks to Porter. Sinks the triple. Porter's got 5.
How about that smooth shot from the arc for Porter? He's got such a confident release in deep range, too.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing when it comes to developing his routine.
I think it comes from being a...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Denver, they've got JaVale McGee, Harrison out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Paul Millsap. It's Najee in at the 4 spot. Anthony's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to McGee. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. McGee's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Powell kicks to Jones. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Simons. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound. Denver leading by 4. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Simons surveying the D. Portland again missing. The Nuggets have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. There's Harrison. Passes to Millsap. Launches a 3. McGee the pass to Najee. And here's Millsap from the arc. The shot that time not on target. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's Simons. Here's Cantor. Pass to Anthony. Launches it. It's rebounded by Najee. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Stolen by McGee. There's Harrison, guarded by Powell. Harrison passes to Najee. Outside, Jones. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Trailblazers trail by 8. Lillard from outside, and Bull pulls it down. Nuggets have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound by the Nuggets.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
He rifled that one in from distance. Lillard's got 8.
And from beyond the arc, he puts a stop to that 12-0 run by Denver.
Morris looking over the floor. Lets it go with a 3. No good on that one.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Nurkic finds Lillard. Back to Nurkic. Here's Lillard. The 3. 5 on the clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. 3-pointer, Lillard. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. In the corner, it's Gordon. Out to Morris. And that one, good. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Lillard from outside. A putback. And we've reached halftime in this one. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50%. And that's a wrap.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Nurkic is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Covington in at the small forward. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Morris with the ball. Fires the 3. And the 3 ball is good. Morris has got 5. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like this.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Back to Porter. They get a hand on it and stolen by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
The Nuggets leading by 10. Now the pass to Jokic. Back to Morris. For 3. That shot, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Porter. And Cantor pulls it down.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
There's Porter with the 3. Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Porter. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. Paul Millsap is checked in for Bull. Anthony's checked in for Portland. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Haji. And another miss by Denver. Trailblazers trail by 10. Anthony with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Portland's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And here's McCollum for 3. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound. McGee's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Harrison passes to Najee. Back to Harrison. Rivers looking over the floor. Harrison in the corner. Denver passing it around. And here's Millsap from the arc. They get it back. And McGee kicks to Millsap. Drops in the tray. Millsap's got the lead up to 13 now for Denver.
Decisive on the catch-and-shoot jumper from Millsap. He's not going to let that opportunity go to waste.
Passes it to Little. It's McCollum on the wing. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. McCollum's got 5 points so far. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Pass to McGee. Back to Harrison. The pass to Najee. The shake. Rips it home after the terrific move.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Here's Simons. He's guarded by Rivers. Simons, the pass to Giant. And it's sent back by Millsap. He blocks it again.
Pretty cool to see Millsap turn shots back. I mean, he's a mobile, athletic, big man who is taking pride in his defensive work.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets enjoying And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Porter is out there with Monte Morris. And it's Green. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Porter, no luck.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That's his first foul for the Trailblazers. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Harry Giles comes in for Anthony. And Robert Covington subbed in for Jones.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
Trailblazers trail by 10. There's Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Boy, that first quick step of Hollis Jefferson enabling him to blow past defenders.
Morris outside. The dish to Millsap. The shot is good off the backboard. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Lillard from outside, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Morris, left side. Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Green. Wide open look. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's the lob to Lillard. The Nuggets leading by 4. Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. Porter dishes to Green. Back to Porter. There's the feed to Green. Shot clock at 6. And they pick up 2.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package. Skilled at making the correct pass.
And so they foul intentionally. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Powell's checked in. Lillard scanning the floor. Off target with his 3.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
6 to shoot. Porter passes to Jokic. He gets that one. And now an 8-point Nugget lead.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength.
And they go to the intentional foul. Cantor checked in for Robert Covington. Lillard with no one around. No good on the quick 3.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And like his father, Manu, Bo's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. There's 1:54 left here in the 4th quarter. Here's Jokic. That misses off the backboard. Trailblazers trail by 9. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Green with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up with the Nuggets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Canny battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And the Nuggets lead by 11.
The towering presence that is Ball. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Lillard against Morris. Lillard outside. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Here's Jokic. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Jokic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Nuggets.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Denver.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions in the nice night it ended up being for Jokic.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Hits the 3-point bomb.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. A 3 from Morris. Good work defensively by Lillard. From deep, nails the triple.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. They did all right, David. Thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Margaret Hunt-Hill Bridge. And let's go.
Hey, Kevin, the Maverick.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Mavericks, Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Melli in at the 4. And now Portland on the break. Hollis-Jefferson in the post. Richardson cover. Lillard with it. Just 5 on the clock. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. 17-foot shot on the way. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Hollis-Jefferson kicks to Lillard. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. From deep three-point range, they get the rebound.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
And here is Doncic. Lets the 3 fly. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Now here's Lillard. Nurkic with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Outside Anthony. Here's Nurkic. Out to Anthony. Passes it to Hollis-Jefferson. Doncic against Lillard. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Boy, I love the attitude of Kanter. He is relentless on the offensive glass. How about that throw down?
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Brunson finds Burke. Hardaway against Powell. And Burke has it in the corner. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Portland leading by 6. Here's Powell. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. And it's Burke with the ball for Dallas. Looking for the first basket of the game. Powell, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Trailblazers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Here's Cauley-Stein, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And it's McCollum off the drive. It's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Powell. Following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Now here's Burke. Tight defense on him. The shot by Powell, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Dallas. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Mavericks trail by 8. Brunson scanning the floor. And there's the feed to Cauley Stein. Back to Brunson from the arc. Offensive rebound. Cauley Stein kicks to Brunson. Over McCollum. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Dallas making a switch here. Redick is checked in. And then for the Trailblazers, Cantor comes in for Harry Giles. And it's Derek Jones in for C.J. McCollum. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Covington. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Simons, covered by Redick. A nice shot by Simons.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Redick passes to Powell. Outside, Redick. There's the pass to Hardaway. Back to Redick. Shoots over Powell. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And they're making sure.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Trailblazers lead by 5. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the floor for Portland, they've got Giles. Robert Covington out there with Powell. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 2 guard. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Richardson kicks to Finney-Smith. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And a miss there on the triple.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Mavericks trail by 5. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Doncic outside. Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. An easy 2 points on the layup. Doncic has got his first basket.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
And that one, good.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Doncic. Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Doncic.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Outside Anthony. Pass to Nurkic. To the paint. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Nurkic. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Richardson the pass to Doncic. Back to Richardson. Zingas high post. Pass to Melly. Hands it from downtown.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Lillard the pass to Anthony, and that's an intentional foul. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important
for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in. And they continue to control the glass.
Powell inside. Guarded by Hardaway. McCollum feeling it out a bit. That one doesn't drop. And it's Burke with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. 6-point game. Brunson, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Covington passes to Giles. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Now the dish to Burke. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of the game. Brunson finds Cauley Stein. Basket good.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Here's Simons. Passes it to Powell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Powell's got the lead up to 8 now for Portland.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Now Burke still looking for his first bucket in this one. Runs in the pass to Cauley Stein. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Now the pass to McCollum. Pass to Giles. Back to McCollum. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At one stretch in the opening period, they filled up it. And that'll...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Portland leading by 6. You got Luka Doncic. He's out there with Richardson. And it's Melly in at the power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Lillard against Doncic. Clock at 6. Lillard attacking. Here's Nurkic. Up and in on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Offline from the high post.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Anthony. And now it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Doncic dishes to Richardson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. Richardson outside. And stolen by Lillard. All going up court. Back to Anthony. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Porzingis.
How about the shot mechanics of your 7-footer? Kristaps Porzingis is efficient in catch and shoot.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Luka Doncic. The Mavericks have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
I mean, the potential of Kristaps Porzingis, to me, could be terrifying as an opponent. This guy is an incredible big man with the ability to dominate both ends. I cannot wait to see what's next.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now, here's Richardson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the wide open shot from Redick. Misses the 3. Trailblazers leading by 8. Here's Lillard. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Nicolo Melli. Trey Burks checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Richardson.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
McCollum, whistle blows, basketed, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Just double checking, and the game continues on.
The Trailblazers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. First one falls for him. So he gets them both. And so it's Dallas with it. Down by 15. Brunson against McCollum. Brunson kicks to Powell. Dallas no good that time either.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most. And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Brunson with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Burke. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Burke's got his first points of the game. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. Simons, the pass to McCollum. To the middle. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Trailblazers now. Four on the shot clock. Shoots. With the putback. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers out in front by 17 points at the end. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Trailblazers, Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Lillard in at the point. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. No dice from the high post.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Portland moving the ball around. Lillard from outside. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And the Trailblazers lead by 20. And here is Doncic. Passes it to Brunson. The Mavericks keeping it alive. The new 14. A good look from Doncic. Dallas no good that time either.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Lillard from outside. And the Trailblazers another three.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Doncic feeling it out, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Nicole O'Malley comes in for Jalen Brunson. And it's Richardson in for Hardaway.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. McCollum against Doncic. To stop the run. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Lillard from deep three-point land. The Trailblazers rebound, and Kent are able to finish.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Porzingis, and here's Doncic from the arc. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
And a wide open look for McCollum, offline with his three. The Mavericks have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Trailblazers.
And a deep three from Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And the first one drops.
Well, Luka Doncic, from the moment he stepped between the lines in the NBA, has flashed incredible potential and skill.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Nicole O'Malley. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And Trey Burke subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And the pass to Nurkic. Little kicks to McCollum. Puts up a three. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Trailblazers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Damian Lillard.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
Here's Marjanovic. No good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He dialed that one up from long distance.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. It's blocked. Here's Lillard. From deep. Kleba with the rebound. Here's Dallas. Here we go, one-on-one. The 8-footer. Richardson, no luck. Now Lillard. From deep three-point range. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. Welcome. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Damian Lillard. Enes Kanter is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the shooting guard. And for the Clippers, Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. And that one's good, Lillard.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Now here is George. And it's George finishing it off.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Lillard misses. Kanter, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here is Lillard. 5 to shoot. And then Lillard slams it in.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now here's Beverly. Outside, George. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
The consummate team player, Paul George, is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Back to Lillard from past the arc. Lillard again missing. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Fires for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Morris trying to free himself up, and that one's good. Leonard.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Outside, Covington. Back to Lillard. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Los Angeles making a switch here. Man's checked in. Here's Kennard. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Can't let Kennard get this close. Once you do, he's going up with it.
Now McCollum. It's Covington on the wing. Pass to Simons. McCollum outside. Over Cousins. And the rejection by Cousins. Offside, Batum. Picked away. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Nice move. He takes it up and lays it in.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Over in the corner, Batum. Back to Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Cousins. Rebound by the Trailblazers. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Giles. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Now here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The pass to Mann. Shot clock at 5. Fires from deep. The shot that time not on target. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And Batum kicks to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
A decisive finish for Reggie Jackson at the rim.
It's McCollum with the drive. The putback misses the follow-up. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Trailblazers out in front. leading by just 2. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what...
this game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. McCollum deciding where to go with it. And stolen by Cousins. There's Jackson with the 3. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound. Portland leading by 3. Giles kicks to Little. Here's Simons, defended by Batum. The layup off target. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Right side, Rondo. The 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Simons. McCollum with the ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And then for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Giles. Enes Kanter comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. A nice shot by George.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Lillard from outside. The rebound by Paul George.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Monday Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
The Clippers trail. And here's George. He has 5. Leonard on the wing. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Now Lillard, 7 points in the game. 9 feet out, and he makes that one. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
And George, here we go. Ray, can you really compare players in completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Kennard against Lillard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 11.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Kennard finds George. Back to Kennard. And George, here we go. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And the rejection by Zubac.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Trailblazers trail by 3. There's Hollis Jefferson, and it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Here's George. Good. George has got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
1 second left.
One of the best defenders in the NBA, Paul George, displays strong timing and discipline.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in two. And
we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
On the floor for Portland, they've got Enes Kanter, Damian Lillard out there with Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Covington in at the small forward. Outside, George. Down low, here's Morris. Count that one. Morris has got 5 now.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Lillard against Beverly. Pass to Kanter. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Lillard. From deep. The Clippers grab the miss.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Nurkic. Jones comes in for Kanter. And Norman Powell subbed in for Hollis Jefferson.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It's a tight contest. Those type of plays can fire up your team and swing momentum.
Covington with the steal. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
It's his first trip to the line. And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Kawhi Leonard.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Here's Lillard. Anthony finds Lillard. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Lillard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
That's his second three-pointer of the night, one in each half, trying to keep the defense honest.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Morris is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Anthony. Cantor comes in for Derek Jones. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Rondo against McCollum. Hangs in the air, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And, you know, Cantor can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Now here's Beverly. Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Zubac. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Morris kicks to Beverly. Leonard on the wing. Shot clock at 6. And he makes good on the layup. Leonard's got 8 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
McCollum with the bounce pass. Nurkic the pass to McCollum. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Doesn't quite have the height, but boy, does McCollum have the heart. He's a relentless finisher in traffic.
A different look now for Portland. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Nurkic. Norman Powell comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Harry Giles is checked in for Enes Kanter. Here's George. 11 points in the game. Leonard on the wing. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
McCollum outside. Basket counts.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
A different look for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for Marcus Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Trailblazers leading by 5. McCollum outside. It's Powell on the wing. McCollum against Kennard. 12 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Clock at 6. Here's McCollum. Misses the baby hook.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Trailblazers out in front as they... How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Luke Kennard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. And there's Jackson, and it's man in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lillard from outside. Portland with a new 14. Anthony got a piece of it, and he recovers it. Passes to Powell. Lillard up top. Kennard covering. Count that bucket.
How about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Here's Jackson, and he banks in the layup. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
And then Lillard slams it in.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Harry Giles is checked in for Norman Powell. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Team.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Giles. Cantor comes in for Robert Covington. Little, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Anfernee Simons. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
George double-teamed. And there's the pass to Zubac. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's McCollum. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Cantor, the pass to McCollum. Kicks to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Stolen by George. Morris with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. And now they decide to foul intentionally. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Outside Leonard. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight, and it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Leonard inside. Cantor with it. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Little. Up again. So for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington's checked in for Little. And Lillard subbed in for McCollum. George looking around. Beyond the arc. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Hollis Jefferson, good. Hollis Jefferson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there. And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Trailblazers.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Damian Lillard.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
At the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
You know, when you look at the MVP race each year, most of the candidates were drafted in the top 5, but somehow Kawhi lasted to number 15.
Passed a little. Trailblazers moving the ball around. McCollum outside. Clock at 4. A 3 ball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Kicks it out to Leonard. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this